So, I got good news and I got bad news. And I'm going to say the good news first before anything. The good news is that we got something out of the old beacon testing facilities. Now, in the Hellgate, it talked about an old overworld facility that was in one of the older maps. Approximately, if I remember correctly, it was map 01, the Rifco overworld facility, if I remember correctly. Now, this wouldn't be so weird if I were to tell you it was true. It seems that the Hellgate, being one of the only locations not to be affected by the wormhole effect, or I call it the loop, but it's called the wormhole. The loop is a much better sounding name, actually. It seems that in alternate other Rifcos, they all link to one Hellgate. And when the one that we had went out of business and died, a new one was formed in, I think, Universe 5, which I don't want to get into that subject, because that is a subject I don't like to talk about. Now, the good news is we have figured out that there's locations, kind of like old laboratories. And it seems that on the first map, during the reconstruction and the infection of hell, as most of the original papers call it, it seemed that they were working on a laboratory, some kind of basic beacon testing facility for new people who were, new employees. This would be very helpful to anyone that wanted to work for Rifco, or a new Rifco. I had the liberty to do this. So the good news is everything is back in working order. The loop isn't busted up as always. The guy that basically screwed it all up was fired, and everything seems to be in working order at the most part. The bad news is I might have overclocked the Netherite beacon a little bit too much when I tried to reprogram the first map into the this map, because when I did, the Netherite beacon sparked. The Hellgate shifted a little bit, making some of the old buildings fall into lava. Luckily, none of them had books in them. The LLC will kick my ass if they found out a couple books were burned in the process. And then, well, in the overworld, labs started being randomly built. Now, that would have been cool and all, just having random labs built. The problem is it seems that in the original map, they were in the back corner of the location, mainly called the Rifco Teaching and Containment Facility Labs, mainly used to teach people. It seems that when I did bring them back, all the locations that they were in, or the original buildings, were on top of other build structures from the original spawn. And now some of the builds have been taken over by the laboratories. Luckily, no one has lived on the island behind there, because that place has been abandoned for years. Since the generation, it's been pretty much empty, so thank God for that. But in general, I should have probably looked at the terrain location, or where that was, or what I should do next time. Because now we have a beautiful laboratory set up and ready. As well as this, it seems that it has a couple beds. I recently was interested, and it seems that it has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beds in it. So that could be good for 9 people. As well as it has a kitchen, a lower labs, a upper labs, and a bunch of other stuff. That's a really good thing. As well as it has a couple bits of floating sand, but I'll fix that real quickly. Now, I should have also explained that I'm still trying to fix the expanding desert situation, because that's still a problem, and I don't know how to fix it. So I'm kind of looking up how to fix that at the moment. Oh, good news also. I also figured out something extremely important. Something that is so neat that you guys will like this. It seems that when I loaded in that location of the labs, a couple new places popped up as well. One of those being an alien spaceship from, I guess, the original map, and a movie theater? Yeah. For some reason, right when we were working around to learn more about the changes, a movie theater popped up. No, I am not joking. It seems that when I was wandering around, a movie theater popped up in a random spot. Because it said that a new location was added, but it never said where. So, we're still researching and locating it. We think that it has another one of those journals from people who were part of the Rifco Hellgate experiments before the entire situation. Now, before you ask what the Rifco Hellgate experiments were, there were these experiments that were done to see what would happen in certain dire circumstances. Kind of like if the Hellgate were to explode, or if the world were to go to utter disaster. Luckily, those didn't happen. The world is in one piece, mostly, and everything seems to be in order, at the most. But everything's fine. You don't need to worry. Oh, dear Lord, I'm gonna have to talk to corporate about this and figure out what to do about the entire Hellgate overload. Also, if I'm gonna end the log extremely soon, because I gotta get back to fixing this mess. But has anyone seen Thomas at all? Like, I know it's a weird thing to ask, but does anyone remember where Thomas went? You know, the guy who actually helped build the Rifco core beacon? Because his brother appeared on the map recently, and I'm a bit nervous about telling him. I gotta talk to him about this too. Look, my friend Thomas helped me when me and him were working for Rifco. We were one of the third or fourth workers working on the Rifco Netherite beacon. And though I say that I didn't work on it, but I did help with the blueprinting for it. He was the one that helped created it. I was the guy who blueprinted and designed it and all that. This wouldn't be a bad thing if his brother wasn't part of it. His brother was always in the overworld area. Never really told much about the whole Hellgate situation. And I'm going to leave it that way. I'm leaving it that way completely. I am not telling him anything about the Hellgate, anything about this entire situation. Like, you could be asking me, why am I not telling him? The Hellgate was dangerous at the time. It is extremely more dangerous now. Since the explosion happened, so much more corruption has happened there. Some of the buildings even disappeared and appeared under the lava itself. So, at the moment, I am not telling his brother any kind of information. Nothing about these frickin' Rifco beacon problems. Because for now, I'm staying away from telling anyone that doesn't know already. It also seems that some of the old relics as well have reappeared, but I'll talk about that next time. But I gotta talk to Thomas about this, because for now, I'm in a pickle. With the new laboratories popping up and everything else, the brother is the least of my worries. Because if he gets away and figures out how to stop the loop, the entire thing could work, but we don't have enough preparation to figure out what will happen. The reason I'm taking so long to fix the damn loop is for one reason alone. The loop is not broken, nor is it working properly. And I didn't explain this. When the loop breaks, it doesn't really shatter, and it doesn't really break apart. It just splits down certain middle parts. So it's still spinning, but whenever we hit that certain crack, that's when weird stuff pops in. The Porkington Manor being one of the weirdest things that popped up in recent time. That was a side effect of the loop's crack. Many other things have happened, like the giant stone pillars. Literally Thomas's brother's house being covered in corruption crystals. Some of the restaurants, I think Slippy Burger might be a copycat. That might be from it. The Porkington restaurant, we didn't want to build that. The Hellgate Mountain was one of the first ones to ever happen. And if I remember what the last one was me tempering with it and creating the OG manor from the first map. As well as the underwater castle, but that was built on purpose by me programming the loop. But that's beside the point. I need to fix this, and I'm running out of time. And if someone finds out, this could ruin the entire operation. I could lose my chance to fix this. I'm not risking losing my chance to some pea-brained brother just because I want to win. Winning is not my choice here. It's either I fix the loop and the loop gets repaired, or the entire world could be given another either super normal entity or a super dangerous catastrophe. Because knowing what the loop did originally, that also means that the loop could possibly, you guessed it, cause many other problems other than a normal loop corruption. It could cause an entire world meltdown. Yes, you have no clue what that means. I'll explain. A world meltdown means that if too much weirdness exists in one spot, the world will physically have to rebuttal and reset. Meaning everything that has been done before will be undone. Everything that was created, recreated, rebuilt would be forgotten. That would be wiped off the map. Clean. Gonzo. Deteriorated beyond repair. And then we have to redo the entire steps of precaution all over again. I am not risking losing that chance because someone wants to find answers. My goal is to fix the loop. My goal isn't to be the bad guy. But if it means I have to be the quiet bad guy and not say answers to questions that probably make no sense, then I have to be the bad guy. Because if I don't, we could be risking everything. Everything we're working for. Everything we're trying to work with. Everything we're trying to create could be decimated within the next loop rift. It could be old gone within the next reality shift. And I am not risking my sanity. If you don't know, this whole loop situation is stressful. It doesn't feel easy going into some abandoned Hellgate piece of shit just to enter to reset something, then have to tediously climb down just to figure out a solution. It shouldn't be that hard to figure out a solution to a problem we've been having for maybe over a couple years, thanks to someone messing with the entire loop generator. I'm going to take a break because I feel like the best part is to kind of relax and probably take a break. I'm going to relax a bit. But for now, this is all the information you're getting. Until next time, I'll be figuring out a whole solution how to get this loop situation fixed. I need a vacation.